Imagine telling a Bucks fan that Giannis was going to go for 34, 16, and 9, and Dame was going to go for 41 points on 10 threes with 9 assists. They were going to be at home, and they were going to lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's just been that kind of season so far for Milwaukee, but it's also been that kind of season so far for Cleveland. And in this game, it was thanks to Donovan Mitchell, who an incredibly difficult, impressive game winner to beat the Bucks by 1, have the Cavs start out 7-0. And throughout this start for Cleveland, they started 7-0, and it's been really impressive and kind of unexpected, considering that they were a middling Eastern Conference team, or I guess upper middle Eastern Conference playoff team. But I was thinking through this 7-0 start, I would love if Donovan Mitchell just had kind of a resurgence, because I feel like for the last few years, and even dating back to his last 1 or 2 years in Utah, it feels like the perception of him has kind of soured, where he broke onto the scene as this incredible scorer, and oh my god, nobody expected it. But then naturally, as is the case with every star, it's sort of okay, but what have you done for me in the playoffs? And the answer for Mitchell is not so much. They had that first round loss to Dallas, that sent them to Cleveland. They lose in the first round to New York very unexpectedly. They got demolished by the Knicks. I'm sorry, they just did. And then this past year, they get to the second round, but they get demolished. But it took them 7 games to beat a young, inexperienced Orlando team. They promptly lose quickly to the Celtics in the second round. Mitchell missed a lot of that series. And, there was obviously so much talk about, oh my god, Donovan Mitchell, is he going to stay in Cleveland, is he not? And then he signs his extension. And so it just feels like it's such a nice, I don't want to say fresh start, because he's obviously been in Cleveland, but it feels like a new beginning for both Donovan Mitchell and the Cavaliers. Okay, he's here, he extended, they have the new coach, they're figuring everything out. And this game, I think, was so impressive in that sense. And I think it was so impressive for Donovan Mitchell, to sort of assert himself as that guy for the Cavaliers, to sort of remind everyone, no, I'm still that guy. Donovan Mitchell, his stock might have taken a dip the last few years, but this dude can still go for 30 very easily. He went for 30 that night, and he could still, hit the kind of shots that can be game winners. So it was very impressive. And so, obviously still very early. You have to make that disclaimer in every single NBA video, every single analysis opinion you put out in November. But it's still very encouraging for the Cavs to start out 7-0. And I think I'm excited to see Donovan Mitchell, because I think Donovan Mitchell's great. I think the things he could do with the ball in his hands on the court, the explosiveness, the change of direction, not many guys can do it at his level, if any, in the league. And I think what he could do is so special. So it's just all about, putting the right pieces around him. And you could argue that Cleveland, has a lot of great pieces, but the fit with the Mobley Allen front court is a little questionable next to Darius Garland. But it looks like new head coach Kenny Atkinson, at least for now, he's off to a great start. And hitting that game winner, I think, was just another example of that great start. And so I'm excited to see how they build off it and continue these great vibes.